Welcome, I'm Vivek. Are you a person who is finding it difficult to identify what exactly is your passion? What is your future? Or what should you do in order to have a successful life? And do you end up failing in multiple attempts in multiple fields? This video is for you. The first thing that I have to tell you is you are not alone. There are many students whom I had seen are capable of, let's say, doing an MBA, and they think it's okay for them to do an MBA and then do a management job. It's also okay for them to do technical studies, do masters, and then go for a technical job. It's also that they see a possibility that they can start their own business. Now, they're capable for all these works, but where do they fail? They find it difficult to identify which among these to choose. Is this your problem? Then this video is for you. So, the first thing, haven't you seen those celebrities who make statements like, I don't see myself working in any other field, I was really bad at mathematics, bad at physics, I don't see myself studying well, I don't see myself doing any other physical labor, and if not for what I'm doing right now, I don't see myself doing anything else. Haven't you seen celebrities make such statements? This exactly is the trait that helped them to achieve. That is, if you are really good at one field and bad at everything else, it's easy for you to choose. And it is easy for you to put all your efforts onto that single field. But this is not the case with a common person. A common person will be good at multiple things. He may be decent in studies, he may be a decent cricket player, he may be a good bike rider, he may have other hobbies, he may be a good orator, dancer. So, this is where you fall into a trap. You start dividing your efforts into multiple fields, and what happens? You don't succeed in any. Why? Because there are many people who are concentrating all their efforts to single field, and you are competing with them after dividing your efforts into multiple fields. Now, what is the solution? How can you succeed in one field, and how can you choose one? How to identify what is your passion? This is where I can help. The first thing you have to keep in mind is that in order to succeed in any field, irrespective of what the field is, you can't simply rely on your talent or luck. You have to take your talent to efforts ratio to 2:8, where for every 2 units of talent, you should be putting up 8 units of efforts, at least. This is what you have to do in order to succeed. And for this, the first step is to choose one field, because otherwise it's impossible to put that much of efforts on any single field. Now, first thing you have to do is just think of what all fields are you capable of. Let's say you have 3 or 4 fields in my mind. Let me say 5. You have chosen 5 fields which are there in your mind where you think you can succeed. Now, from here on, you have to be 100% truthful to yourself, and you have to keep next 1 week exclusively for this purpose. That is, for deciding what you have to do in your life. This is in order to build your career, and you have to do this for yourself. Do not do any other thing in the next 1 week. Don't go for partying, don't go for buying vegetables, whatever. Just put this 1 week for yourself. You need this. First 5 days, you have chosen 5 fields, right? Choose each field on each day, and what you have to do, go to a peaceful place, let's say your room, close the doors, just you, and you have to keep gaining information on this particular field. What information? You have to understand what are the future possibilities in this field. You have to see that if you choose this field, what sort of jobs you can get, what will be your salary, is that okay for you, what kind of jobs are there, are you interested in that, and most importantly, in order to reach the what you have to do. Maybe you have to write an examination, maybe you have to attend certain interviews. Now, is that examination okay for you? Are you capable of clearing that? This is what you have to see. Now, you have to consider the job or the complete pathway, that is what all you have to cross in order to reach that job, and is this interesting for you? Now, after 5 days, what happened is that from morning to night, you are searching about this particular job, and let's say in the night you give 3-4 hours every day to analyze whatever things you have gained knowledge about this particular field on this day. Now, at the end of the 5th day, what happens is, because you have knowledge about each of those fields, you'll be able to automatically eliminate 2 or 3 of the 5 fields from these options. Now, you have, let's say, chosen 2 fields, and still these 2 fields are conflicting in your mind, whether you should go for the first one or the second one. What should you do? You have 2 days remaining. This is very important that from here on, be completely peaceful, keep your mind calm and cool, go inside your room, just think and think. You just visualize the whole path through which you have to travel if you choose the first and the second. Now, ask people for information. I repeat it, information and not decision. Information on what all you have to cross on this field. Now, why I'm saying this? Because there are many people in those fields who can help you with information on what all are the obstacles. But don't ask for decisions, because you are the one who has to decide for yourself. So ask them and then think about the whole thing. You have to visualize the whole path through which you have to travel, and you should see yourself going through that and succeeding. If you don't visualize, the problem is while you are traveling actually in that path, you will find an obstacle and you will be demotivated. So you should be clear on what all you have to cross to reach your objective. Now, in case at the end of these 2 days you're still not able to decide, it's still good news. See, the answer is you will do good in both fields, because after 7 days of continuous thought, you still end up with the same conflict, means you are good in both fields. Go on, put your efforts in any of these fields. Now, don't expect top results in next 1 week. This just doesn't happen. You have to put in efforts of at least next 5 years in this field so as to succeed. See, there are many people in India who are putting efforts on this field, let's say for the last 2 or 3 years. Now you are new to this and suddenly competing with them. You're not going to succeed in the next 1 week or 1 month. That just doesn't happen. You have to plan for the next 5 years. Keep 5 years, start putting efforts every day and night. Put efforts on this single field because you have decided. Don't think back. Just put effort for this. Now I'll tell you one thing. If you at this point randomly select one of the fields that come to your mind and decide to put all your efforts for the next 5 years on this field, irrespective of whatever it be, you will succeed, because the decision is not the most important thing. Yes, it is good if you get to choose the best one, but still, if you decide a random field and put efforts for the next 5 years, you'll surely succeed. So don't waste again a year in decision making. Decide in the next 1 week, maximum 1 week. If you want right now, you can decide right now. Take 1 week, think well, decide, and then stick to it for the next 5 years. You will surely succeed. And all the best. Thank you. Thanks for watching.